Hey everybody, my name is April and her name is Emma, and this is Thrifty Nerdy Mom. Welcome to our channel. So today's video is 3 Dollar Tree Grinch DIYs. So first of all, she loves the Grinch. I love the Grinch too. Grinch is pretty cool.
It's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Yes, it's she really loves Grinch. A couple years ago, she actually had a Grinch birthday party because she loves the Grinch so much, and plus her birthday's in December, so it just fit really well. But she loves Grinch, so I decided to do just a few DIYs to spice up her room. I also got some stuff from Hobby Lobby that were Grinch theme. I got a little globe that like lights up, and it's like a projector light show thing. Walmart had
those things from the Grinch.
Walmart said they had it, but mine never did. And I was lucky enough to just be roaming Hobby Lobby for some craft supplies, and I found it for like $12.50. So we picked it up for her room, and then we picked up a pillow that I need to kind of patch up because I got that 75% off because it was a little damaged. But I will patch that up and put that in her room too. And she has a little Grinch theme for Christmas. But to go with everything else, I made 3 DIYs from the everything's from the Dollar Tree, and yeah, we want to share them with you. But before we do that, please like and subscribe, join our family. We have more Vlogmas content coming out soon. Well, I mean, every day, fairly much. But yeah,
because I'm bored.
Emma breaking out the Grinch, the Grinch quotes.
That's what the Grinch says when he's eating a glass.
Oh, that was good. But yeah, join our family for more content like that. So let's jump into the DIYs. So for the first DIY, we are going to make a Grinch wreath. You'll need one of the smaller wreath forms from Dollar Tree. They come 2 to a pack. 2 green boas, and a hot glue gun and hot glue sticks. Here I am putting hot glue on the end of the boa where string is exposed and gluing that onto the wreath form. And then after the glue is mostly dry, I'll start wrapping the boa around the wreath form. Here I'm just showing you that I'm going to take the hoop at the other end of the boa and leave that hanging out a little bit. That way I can use it to hang the wreath on things. So now I'm just going to start putting on the second boa, add some hot glue at the end of the boa, attach it to the wreath form, and then like before, wrap the second boa around the wreath form. Here I'm just putting the final end of the boa onto the wreath form using, again, hot glue. You can kind of see the exposed boa string. So I'm going to take a feather that fell off the boa and just hot glue it onto that exposed string. Now for the other things that you'll need. I'm using foam poster board, red felt, and some scissors to make a heart to go into the middle of the Grinch wreath. This is completely optional, but I thought it added a little bit more Grinch to it. So here I just folded my felt in half, and I'm going to be drawing half of a heart. That way both sides of my heart are equally even. Now I'm just cutting out the heart. Once cut out, you'll unfold it and you'll want to glue it down onto the foam poster board using plenty of hot glue. When you place your heart down, you're going to want to make sure that you smooth out any hot glue. That way you won't have any lumps underneath your felt. I'm going to cut out the heart from the foam poster board using a box cutter. Be very careful using a box cutter because you do not want to cut yourself. After I cut it out, I am going to color the edges with a red marker. That way the white isn't really showing through on the wreath. So if you don't have any felt on hand, I'm going to kind of tell you how you could do it without the felt. The felt is completely optional. You can just color the foam poster board with a red marker. I am coloring the back of it here, that way, once again, the white doesn't show. But like I said, the felt is completely optional. I just liked it because it kind of gave it a different texture. So now you're going to use some string in the middle of your wreath. I put it right underneath the hoop that I had exposed, that way I can hang it. But I threaded it into the wreath, and then I'm going to glue it down onto the foam poster board. So this is it completed. I put it on my daughter's door, and it's just too cute, and she loves it as well. So this next DIY is just going to be a Grinch sign. I'm using the back side of a unicorn sign from Dollar Tree that my daughter already had. They do sell arrow signs at Dollar Tree. Like I said, I had this sign on hand, and we'll just flip it over and use it on the unicorn sign after Christmas. First, I'm just prepping the sign by painting it white. After the sign is dry, you're going to want to sketch out your lettering. You could also use a Cricut or Silhouette to do this, but I have neither, and I tend to like doing my own writing, font, whatever you want to call it. I do my letters on all my DIYs. You might be able to tell here that I am sketching out the words Grinch's lair, and the arrow is going to be pointing into my daughter's room. Here, I'm just using a thinner paintbrush to add green paint onto the word Grinch's, because the Grinch is green. Honestly, it's why I picked the color green for the word Grinch. And because it's Christmas DIY, I'm using red on the word layer. That way it does give the red and green Christmas vibe. After your lettering is done drying, you're going to reattach the rope that came onto the sign. That way it will point towards wherever you want it to point to. Like I said before, it's going to be pointing towards my daughter's room. And this is the sign on my daughter's door. I think it's really, really cute. It's actually hanging in between her Grinch robe and her Grinch blanket. And like I said, it's just pointing towards her room. Now we are going to be using another unicorn sign that is in her room for decor. And we are just going to be using the back side. First, I'm going to paint it completely green. It's more of a lime green. It's kind of a Grinchy green. I prefer that color over a dark green, but we are painting it all green. After you paint it green, I just sketched the Grinch's face onto the board. Once again, you could use a silhouette or a Cricut to do this, but I like sketching and lettering and stuff like that. After you sketch it, you're going to want to paint his eyes yellow. Of course, the new Grinches don't have yellow eyes, but this is definitely an older school Grinch. After your yellow paint is dry, you're going to want to use a permanent marker to draw the other outlines and lines on the Grinch's face. I suggest using a knockoff permanent marker instead of a Sharpie, because knockoff permanent markers tend to write more smoothly on paint and on poster board. It does run, so make sure you don't put your hand on top of it, because it might smudge it or it will get on your hand. So just give it a few minutes before you touch it. And this is her Grinch sign hanging on her little end table in her room. I bought the 2 trees that are hanging out in the background from Hobby Lobby last year for 90% off. So that's it, guys. That's the 3 DIYs that I made that were Grinch themed for Emma's room. If I didn't mention it before, the first one cost about... I had some stuff on hand. So I would say it was about $4. And the other 2, besides the paint, which I had on hand already, were $1 a piece, because they were just signs that I reversed, and then I'll put them right back the way they were after Christmas. But thank you so much again for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Bye. You always forget this part. Bye.